Hi, greetings from Philadelphia. Are you a new immigrant or you have intentions of migrating to the USA? Or do you know anyone who is considering moving to the USA? Then I have a book for you, Navigating the United States of America, a Guideline for New Immigrants by Olela. The book is currently on Amazon. Please check it out because I believe this book will act as a roadmap. This book is going to help you navigate the first few months of moving into this country. I'm a fairly new immigrant to the US, and therefore I'm very aware of how difficult it is to settle. First of all, it is not easy to leave the familiarity of your old life and then come to start all over again in a new territory. And the US is large, the US is complicated, and people are busy. Even if you have relatives, even if you have a support system, in many cases they're very busy. And nobody is going to take you through the baby steps. I went through the same, and I stumbled and I fumbled until eventually I found my footing. But then it occurred to me, it doesn't have to be like that. So I came up with this guidebook. I put together key issues that I think anybody who is considering making the USA their new home needs to put into consideration. For example, I'm saying the day you make the decision to move to the US, the first thing you need to do is get a host. Somebody who's already living in the country and who can help you through the initial months of your moving here. I'm saying it's important in the book. I'm saying it's important to have a job. I'm talking about the decision of if to go to school in the US, even if you had an education before, or if to use other avenues. I'm talking about the need to integrate leisure and pleasure into your everyday life to help mitigate feelings of loneliness. And I am saying in my book that as immigrants, we have to acknowledge that loneliness is a problem and we have to deal with it. So I'm giving suggestions, I'm giving tips and tricks of what you can do to help mitigate this, because if you do not deal with the loneliness problem, it's likely to spiral into mental health issues. I'm talking about why it's important to take part in the glamorous life that this country offers. America is known for its big life. It's known for glamour. It's good for your mental health to also use part of the money that you generate, because one thing for sure, immigrants work a lot and immigrants make a lot of money. So in as much as we want to save and in as much as we want to invest back home, it's also important to use part of this money to help thrive your mental status. It's going to motivate you to even work harder. And I'm giving suggestions that you can use to go on vacations or to have pleasurable activities that are not so expensive. And then I'm talking about how important it is that you follow law and order, because the moment you have a problem with the police, your dreams are going to be derailed. I'm talking about, I've given suggestions of some of the things you need to watch out for, because some of them we could get away with in our mother countries, but when you come here, they're serious offenses, they're serious crimes. So it's very important, because some of the times it could even just lead to you being deported. I've talked about the American culture and why it's important for you to be sensitive to some of the things that Americans hold dear to them. For example, the issue of pets. Americans consider pets as members of their family and they expect you to address them as such. The issues of sex and sexuality, it can get a little elaborate in this country. So keep your shock and disbelief to yourself if you don't want to offend anyone. But anyway, without preempting the book, if you have intentions of moving into this country, or if you recently moved to the USA, please get a copy of my book from Amazon, Navigating the United States of America, a Guideline for New Immigrants by Olela. Read the book, and in the comments, please tell me what you think about it. Thank you so much. Bye.